Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon everybody. Here a video about how to calculate the volume of the cylinder. And yeah, maybe it's strange because on the screen you do not see a cylinder, but you will find a cuboid. And before we start to calculate the volume of the cylinder, I would like to focus at how we can calculate the volume of this cuboid. Yeah, so I just show you two formulas, and those formulas are exactly the same, because in the first formula I just said to calculate the volume of the cuboid we need to do the area of the base times the height of my cuboid, and the second formula is length times width times height, and that's maybe the common formula what you recognize to calculate the volume of the cuboid. But I just wrote down the area and base in red letters and even length times width, because the area of the base is exactly the same as the length, the 8 centimeters, times the width, the 6 centimeters. Alright, so this is my base, the area of my base of my cuboid. Yeah, so if you have the area of the base, and that's 8 times 6, if we know that, we only need to multiply it by the height, and the height is here 5 centimeters. Yeah, so it is the volume 8 times 6, and that's multiplying by 5. So 8 times 6 times 5 is 240 cubic centimeters, because all the dimensions are centimeters and we talk about the volume. Alright, so 8 times 6 is the area of the base, and then the height is 8. So I'm gonna say each time to calculate the volume is the area of the base times the height. Alright, so let me just have a look at the cylinder. There you go. This is my cylinder. And we even can say to calculate the volume of the cylinder, we need to do the area of the base times the height. And why? Because the area of the base, this circle on the ground, is exactly the same as the circle at the top. And even exactly the same as the circle in the middle. Yeah, so you can push the circle on the ground to the top, and then you will find exactly the same circle. Alright, so we can calculate the volume of the cylinder to do the area of the base times the height. Now again, in red letters, how can we calculate the area of the base of the area of the circle? It was pi times the radius squared. Yeah, so we know that to calculate the area of the circle, it was pi times the radius to the second power. Alright, so to calculate the volume of my cylinder, we need to do pi times the radius, and they gave you the diameter of 12 centimeters, so the radius 6 to the second power. So this is the area of the base, and then times the height, and the height is 8 centimeters. Alright, so pi times 6 squared multiplied by 8 will be 904,78 cubic centimeters. Try to do it yourself, to put this calculation inside your calculator, that you know how to round it, of course, and of course how to find the number pi. Yeah, so very important is that you always start to calculate with the area of the base. Yeah, pi times the 6 squared. Yeah, so again, the area of a circle, it was pi times the radius squared. Yeah, very important. Alright, so that was explanation how to calculate the volume of the cylinder.